to stop us from getting to Gremory. I don't quite know what percentage we left off at. Or if that's even percentage of the game or just the map. Either way, it's fine. Let's go. Everyone having a marvelous day. Absolutely wonderful day. Heat is going up, so be sure to stay hydrated. Have some food. Do not be unwise.
Die!
Right. Oh, that's right, we had a new haircut. Forgot about that. We need healing items. We desperately need healing items. Oh my god. Okay, last I recall, we had a helpful tip as to where we were meant to be. Found Gremory, slashed the moon, struck down the moon, in fact. Went into a space world, where everything was giant. That's right, we found the dragon eggs as well. Living fossils. All the way off my back. Oh, diamond. What? Oh. Okay, never mind. It's just the one spot. Watch that one spot have a door that we needed. If it does, we'll find out later. No. Did we fight something there? We must have. Fucking. Crystal armor. Let's read what that says, because last time I took for granted what stuff did. Specially crafted armor of crystal scales, resistant to darkness. It's kind of garbage. Ooh. Weighted ring. Which is what? What is a weighted ring? Oh, I already had one. Pieces of experience intake. Not too much we need. Wait, why did that alert send twice? Oh, I'm sure it's fine. 1 second, actually. Let me take a look. Oh, I hope it didn't send 3. Oh, no. Let me just apologize for that. I don't know what caused that. Okay, one moment. I need to get that. Whoops. Oh. Oh, Fiend Skull. We did need that, I think. Yeah, God. Oh, it shoots monkeys! Warhorse's key. Which we learned last time. The Carpenter key opened up an optional boss. Die. I don't want to die this early on. We kind of don't have much in the way of a choice. We're getting good. And this is the dead end, so oh my god. Oh my god, is it still sending? No. Don't still be sending. Why did it send four? Why did it send 4? And I now realize, uh, the message there. Man. Because in my own Discord, in the Starlit Circle Discord, I have a cooldown timer. It is. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't apologize to the other one. Because I appreciate that some very kind friends have added some stream alerts to their own Discord community servers, and I love and appreciate that. But I don't want to spam people. That's not the thing I want that to do. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell is this? I'm just gonna run. I'm just going to run. Because eventually we'll find a save point. And now we can safely backtrack. Oh god, this place sucks. Of course, the chests are still just crystals. Boss room. At one moment. Thank you for the understanding. Oh, there we go. Oh boy, oh boy. No BS. Why are you being...
I have you now. Nehang Jakujo.
Oh.
Fool, you just made your last mistake.
Huh. Now seeing Gremory in 3D actually standing there and not flying around at breakneck speed. We can't really see that too much because the arms are in the way. And the heads, or not head. Whatever that head thing is cut off by the thing. I love their horns. Frozen one! Ah. Oh,
you may
there.
possess the blade now, but without him to wield it, it poses no real threat to me.
I didn't realize the bangles were stapled into their wrists, and that the skull on their hip wasn't wasn't the coming out of the hip itself, but was a belt.
Wrong, demon. Songetsu's wrath and mine are now one.
It's so hard to tell in pixels.
You used Jeeble, and now you will pay!
Very amusing, wench. I do not have time for this. But, seeing as I need your crystal, you leave me no choice.
Your wretched plans end here!
Bale, King of Kings, must be summoned. Prepare to be brought in line!
Huh.
Guinness.
Wait, are they all critical attacks from its sword? They're all critical hits. That's not something I can do.
The moon is full. Your final hour has come.
Oh, she can't stop.
Evaluation.
Oh, that's it. Oh my god. What do you do about that? Wait.
Eratosthenes.
Excuse me.
Guinness.
All right. Yeah, we can invert.
Eratosthenes.
Oh my god.
Die!
Curse you!
That was a little too easy. Dimension shift, warp a short distance between distant. That's what it was. Oh, wait. Favorite? Gold bullet. That's right, we got that from the other boss. But now we can teleport short distances, which was a hint that was greatly appreciated. Ooh. Wait. That's the dragon from earlier. Huh. But now we can get to Benjamin, who somehow imagined himself inside of a wall again. So that fight seemed entirely too easy, but I guess I guess it would if you just hang out on the ceiling and don't change weapons from the thing that auto crits her every time. Well, I guess she should have got good and not been the scrub. Nope, I didn't die to memory. I'm not dying to you, jerkers. Oh god. Wait, no, I want that loot. I want the loot. I want.
Dimension shift.
Fragrak. We did get the cookie. The kukri. Long sword. A holy sword that answers to its master's will. 28. Each for 35. Sangetsuto at 45. It's really
Dimension shift.
no point not to use Sangetsuto. Because why wouldn't you? It's so powerful.
Dimension shift. Dimension shift.
Nope, no.
Dimension shift. Oh!
It's so weird. It's a weird thing to give you at the 12th hour.
Shift.
Is there any place we could have gone?
Oh!
Oh! More bullets that we'll never use. Just thinking about places we actually needed to go, but couldn't access because it was in the cathedral. Teleport to the floor. Huh, you. You're a lot more far gone than I thought.
So even Gramarye has failed me. Alfred was afraid of what you could do with the shards, but not I.
Admit, a little disappointed with the transformation. The big reveal is, a little lacking.
Look at you. Is that what you wanted? The crystal?
You betrayed us, Dominique. Oh, don't think me ungrateful. I have you and Johannes to thank for teaching me the alchemist's lore and how to control the shards.
Can't say we didn't see this coming.
Why are you doing this?
Control, I would imagine.
Because once again, the demons appeared, and once again God stayed silent. While his servants were slaughtered mercilessly one by one. So I began to wonder, what if there is no God? What if the Lord we grovel and pray before is a lie, and our faith draws power from some other nameless, unspeakable thing? If so, I wash my hands of it. Because God can rot. I decided to seek a higher power. The power to slay gods.
How to slay gods, which you yourself said is powerless, so... Make no mistake. If the creature you worship is unfit, then by all means. Taking everyone else with you, that's a different problem altogether.
Do you realize how many people have died as a result?
They deserve to die because they were weak, and more will follow until I obtain all I desire.
It's not about a paradigm shift, it's about power. So you gotta go.
This whole mess wasn't enough for you? If the last summoning had been enough, I wouldn't have had to bring you here. You're after a more powerful demon. Sheeple's crystal wasn't enough to summon it, so you needed mine instead.
Smart girl. I like that. But your crystal was too clean, too pure. So I made sure you would obtain shards and acclimate yourself to demonic power.
How is that?
Then Gremory could possess you after the battle with Jeeble had worn you down.
Yeah, funny thing about that, she folded like a goddamn lawn chair.
If Zangetsu hadn't betrayed me... Doing the right thing isn't a betrayal.
Exactly.
You know what? I never expected to be put in a corner like this. You leave me no choice but to play my final card.
I get a good one. Better make it count. Better kill me with one shot.
I will use my crystal and the Libelo Gaiath to summon Baal, the ultimate demon! Do you realize what will happen to you? Do you? You don't. So I'll tell you. There's a reason Jeeble survived 10 years ago.
Oh.
What does he have to do with this? It was in his blood. An exorcist, like me. Our blood suppressed the crystal corruption and effectively spared his life.
Minor flaw in your plan. You seem to be mostly crystal right now. I don't know how much blood is actually in there. Want to stress test that?
And now I have surpassed him. I command the crystal through Enochian script.
We'll see.
No demon is too powerful for me to summon, even if I cannot keep it here forever. But the process is slow, because I can see the summoning isn't complete. Do you really think you can stop me before then?
Willing to give it a shot.
Oh yes, I do. You don't understand what power is for. You wield it stupidly, arrogantly, and now you will pay the price.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck. It's been a long while since we fought a human-sized boss. Wait, why can't I? Oh god.
Enjoy. Tisserate.
Oh. Damn it. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, she's got a palm strike.
This will hurt.
Damn.
This will hurt.
What?
Fly.
Okay. Okay, understood. Understood. Take two. No trying to parry fish. That cost me a lot more than I would have liked. So let's inventory. Defense luck 7. Defense 12. Defense 10. Defense 7. Oh, let's go for the traveler's hat. 39. 40. But we lose out on strength and resistances. How much strength do we lose, actually? Is Valkyrie. We would lose 5 points of damage. And we would gain 1 point of defense. That doesn't really matter, I'd say. Attack power boost. Let's go for... We use a bunch of different elements, so one elemental ring isn't going to be that beneficial. Amplifies the restorative. You know what? Yeah. Have that on hand. Shemaima. Tezochus. Tana expertise. Shemaya seems pretty good.
So if...
It's got the power of literature.
Do you realize what will happen?
Tex Osius! Tex Osius! Tex Osius! Tex Osius!
What if I just...
Invert!
Rigastoraima! Tisserate!
Okay.
Invert!
Okay, inverting on her is not so great.
Rigastoraima! Tex Osius!
Vaiska!
Oh, damn it.
Enjoy!
Predictable!
Damn it.
Osius! Die!
Fly!
Die! Oh! Do!
Rigastoraima!
Rigastoraima!
Realize now, using Riga to hurt you, Riga, means I can't tell where's safe. Okay, maybe that's why they gave you dimensional shift there.
Dimension shift! Dimension shift!
Okay. Good.
Vaskia!
Dimension shift!
This will hurt.
Die! Oh!
Damn it.
Rigadoi!
Shift!
It's a good way to dodge, but holy crap. Damn it.
Dimension shift! Die!
Tesrazine!
Dimension shift! Dimension shift!
Okay. Okay. You know what? What can we do differently? What can we do? Dimension shift did seem like it was doing some good.
Dimension shift!
It's not even all that expensive. That said, so I want to say it's just a matter of we just need to learn what she's doing, when she's doing it, and not letting her get free and easy hits. Going for commands doesn't seem to be working, unless we can punish her from using with using Riga Stromina.
Tesserate!
Dimension shift!
up ahead.
Dimension
Vaiska.
This
This will hurt. This will hurt.
I was about to say we can actually make physical contact
Dimension shift.
and not take damage from it.
Fly.
Don't let.
Rigadoin.
And whatever it means, her eye is glowing brighter and brighter during the fight. I am unsure. Oh my god.
Tesrozine.
Dimension shift.
No.
Fly.
Oh my god.
This will hurt.
Damn it.
Vaskia.
Dimension shift.
Teleports behind.
This will hurt.
Crimson storm.
Rigadoin.
Dimension shift.
Oh boy. Okay, I feel like that's going pretty well. Not trying to. Ooh. Oh wait.
Bloodstained.
A little too late on that one. Okay. I feel like we have a good heading on where we want to go with that fight. Don't get greedy. Name of the game for all these things. Don't get greedy. Stay on the move. Don't get force palmed. Punish Riga Stormaya. Stay on the move. Stay evasive. We got this.
It was in his blood. An exorcist, like me. Rigastoraima.
Oh god. Okay.
Enjoy.
Dimension shift.
Cannot punish Riga Stormaya if I'm inside the bounce back zone. There we go. Punished.
Vaiska. Fly.
Damn it.
Enjoy.
Okay. Which reminds me, I never put that back, the unicorn ring back on. Where is unicorn ring? That will make our health items
Rigastoraima.
restore for more. Speaking of restore,
Tisserate.
ooh,
Vaiska. Enjoy.
oh god,
Rigastoraima.
what if we just stomp on her head? Just stomp on her.
This will hurt.
Oh damn it!
Enjoy.
Dimension shift.
Tisserate. Fly.
Damn it!
Vaskia.
I feel like we are getting her eye to glow really, really bright, which I feel like is super close to some kind of significant move forward, but maybe Right, she killed me, so all the stuff got undone. Go ahead and put that on. Get that. The talisman. Unicornery. 39 defense. That's kind of. And myriad of resistances, which is still really good. It's gotta be something we can do. Just don't get hit. 45. Actually, what if we just have a longer range and we poke her? Favorite that as well. 40. 45. The whip might be a nice little something something. Claymore is also an option. Let's try and get her with the whip. Ton of expertise. Occasionally nullify. But what is... Their attacks increase, faster casting, speed, faster attacks. You know what? Yeah. We'll give this a shot. Yeah. We'll try a different combination of things every now and then, just to see what clicks. No touchy. Don't stay next to her too long, or she'll force palm. Okay, her whip.
Dimension shift.
Okay, that critically hitting. It's like a truck.
Rigastorima.
Okay.
Rigastorima.
Oh, wrong direction.
Rigastorima. Rigastorima.
Oh boy.
Fly.
Damn it.
Tisserate. Rigastorima. Enjoy. Dimension shift. Rigastorima. Vaiska. Dimension shift. Rigastorima.
Did I not come in here with 5
Enjoy.
potions?
Dimension shift. Tisserate.
God, did I use any before coming in here?
Fly.
Damn it. I think the eyeball showing up is the 50% mark. That's when she gets a lot more aggressive.
Rigastorima.
Oops. 40 crit.
Rigadoin.
Damn it. Okay. Whip, I don't think it's gonna do it because I have a very hard time telling where it's actually going to connect. But we have learned. Now we can adapt. And I didn't save after doing. Someday I will remember and learn from my mistakes, but not today. Not today. No, also, I probably could just go build better equipment right now, but I don't feel like we're failing because of a failure in equipment. We can do this. We need phase 1 to go by more smoothly.
It was
Because I do, in fact, only have 2
Rigastorama
health points. Oh, right. I wanted to try spear.
Tisserate.
Okay. Pokies, yes!
Vaiska.
Avoid. Fade. Another touch.
Rigastorama.
Take advantage of the distance.
Rigastorama. Tisserate.
Okay. No. Damn it. Yes. Damn it. Oh, hey, Kiwi, welcome. Welcome. Yeah, turns out I was right about the church. Turns out, the woman who was promising to pay us for demon magic, turns out she was not to be trusted. Damn it. And I had this before. No. Get off. I haven't even started glowing yet. We're doing terribly. You know what? Let's just try again. Yes, well, Kiwi. I hope you're having a good day. We were doing so well in that first half. So with that in mind, maybe the Claymore would be the better option. It has the reach. It has the added damage. What else can we do? You know what? Because I somehow used 2 health potions, let's get some more health pots. Just because it really feels like if I could just either just get a little bit better
properly? So, what'll it be?
or avoid a little bit more damage. Oh, chiffon cake.
I'll go with this.
We'll get to the 50% mark.
Right.
I think. Pretty reliably. Matter of actually surviving to punish. Oh. What? Let's turn these into panacea.
Come back in.
But if we can do that, not get hit, not take needless damage, get there with as much health as we can possibly get away with.
Miss. The samurai man sent a letter.
Oh,
What does it say?
Oh, in the great garden, seek the lunatic moon.
The moon. Of course. So that's where I should go.
What?
You understand what he means?
In the Great Garden, seek the
What
lunatic.
would you like to buy? Is this... Here you are.
Garden, seek the lunatic moon.
Is this right? Pleasure doing business.
That's only confusing because I don't know if that's an old prompt. Because we did find Gremory. We killed Gremory. Zangetsu, no, Zangetsu was, yoinked into the hand dimension by Gremory. Then... What? The Great Garden... What would the garden be? It's like the lunatic moon. I think that's just an old prompt that we should have gotten before. Yeah. Hey! I keep bouncing between calling you Jay and Felurium, the same, one and the same. Welcome, welcome. Things are going pretty well. We're getting our absolute dome destroyed by, wait, what the hell is that? Getting our friggin' dome destroyed by Dominique, who, surprise, surprise. Heavy sarcasm. Turns out she was evil. And what the hell is that? Is there anything else like that? No. I just returned back to town to get more health potions because she hits hard and I need the help. But now... Oh my god, oh my... You know what? Just... Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Poisoned. Mandate, but it's fine. I hope your day's going very well today, Jay. I was intending to head straight back over to Fighter again, but I just noticed that thing that was on the map that I don't recognize. And I am intrigued. Because that could be something really, really cool. Or maybe something having to do with the garden. But I'm not entirely sure if I have already interacted with, or still need to. I think I hit an old prompt I probably should have gotten before, but I didn't, so hard to say. Hey Chad, welcome, and yes, curiosity might kill the levy, but the satisfaction of finding out what it is will bring the levy back. What? What is the purpose of this? Oh. Excuse me? What are the tunnels? Okay, he is not the baby enemy he used to be. What the hell is going on here? No map. No. Am I supposed to be on the ground for this?
Invert!
Guess not.
Invert!
Just fine. But what the hell is this?
Rigor Sorana!
Oh boy.
Invert!
Where did it? Ah. That's... This is not what I thought, the icon would have been, but... Maybe there's something in here that, we need to have access to.
Dimension shift!
Because we now have the ability to blink short distances. That seems possible.
Invert!
Oh, you're feeding cats. Have a good cat feeding time, I guess. Oh. I hate that. I hate that a lot. No, no. What do you mean, guard? No?
Dimension shift!
Okay.
Dimension shift!
Okay. Not nearly as deadly as I initially gave it credit for. That said, let's not take needless damage and die like a chump. Like an utter scrub.
Dimension shift!
This.
Dimension
God.
shift!
I ever mentioned how teleportation
Dimension shift!
is one of my favorite superpowers? Be it long distance or short, it's really, really cool and very handy for surviving.
Dimension shift!
Oh god. Okay, so 153, that's not so bad. I thought it would have done more. Still not great, still not great.
Rigor Sorana!
Okay, I should figured that probably wouldn't have done anything. Oh, it slows you. Let's eat that cake. Have a little bit more luck. There's nothing to get rid of slow. I guess not. No, I guess we are supposed to kill it.
Dimension shift!
Hey, buddy.
Dimension shift!
You wanna just explode? It'd be super cool if you just exploded right now.
Dimension shift!
Oh, it gives you a random debuff. And then does whatever that is. I mean, it's neat.
Dimension shift!
A little BS on that point. A little one note, isn't he?
Dimension shift!
Welcome back, Jay. Yeah, he's real big, but he's more annoying than he is
Dimension shift!
ow, deadly. You know what? I'm not fighting... What's their face right now? Let's go back to the...
Dimension shift!
Okay. I need to get better at teleporting. Oh, I don't want to use my health items right now. Don't want to use my health items. If we can get clean shots off for damage, that will actually be extremely beneficial.
Dimension shift!
Perfect, okay. Ah! Easy peasy. No level up? No... anything. What the hell was all this for? A mystical scarf. The sacred scarf of a robed figure. It's kind of garbage. I guess that's... Wait, then what? Is that a Journey reference slash cameo? Oh, I want to play Journey. I wish I could play Journey for the first time again. Yeah, I guess that was a thing. I don't know why that was there this time, but not any other time. Or maybe it was always there and I just never touched it. I didn't. It's hard to say. But yes, let's go back to the boss. Kick her ass. Friggin' beat back the heresy that is, like, oh, well, if God's dead, then I need to kill everyone in the world. Oh, why? Because it's powerful to do so. Is it really, though? As mentioned earlier, like, I definitely get the sentiment for, like, look, the organization as it stands right now doesn't work. We need to tear it down and replace it with something better, more capable of dealing with the tasks at...
Dimension shift!
Oh, damn it. So if the whole... Like, look, the demons are a problem. They're always gonna be a problem. And Dominic's whole thing, well, I mean... For those who weren't here to see it, I called it. Dominic is in fact a traitor and is trying to kill us because she wants to summon Demon King Baal, the most powerful demon ever. And she couldn't do that with Jeevel's crystal because it wasn't strong enough. But ours is. But it's now quote unquote too pure. So she convinced us to have demon shards and use demon powers for our personal benefit. Which, to be fair, I need to stop taking a bunch of damage. I need to stop taking all this damage. God, I hate these things.
Dimension shift.
So that was the whole point of her being here to convince us, hey, if you want to have a chance at stopping Jeevel, you need to have demon shards and use these powers against him. I don't even know why I was so stressed out by the HP, we would have had a full heal right here. But yes, you know what? Let's just... I'll let her tell her story again. It's not like it's gonna be the last time we're gonna see this cutscene.
So even Gramarye has failed me. Alfred was afraid of what you could do with the shards, but not I.
Look at you. Is that what you wanted? The crystal? You betrayed us, Dominique.
Oh, don't think me ungrateful. I have you and Johannes to thank for teaching me the alchemist's lore and how to control the shards.
She does have the Sans Eye, and considering she's beat my ass like 4 or 5 times already, you're not wrong. She's gonna kick my ass.
Why are you doing this?
Because once again, the demons appeared, and once again God stayed silent. While his servants were slaughtered mercilessly one by one. So I began to wonder, what if there is no God?
Baby's first edgelord.
What if the Lord we grovel and pray before is a lie, and our faith draws power from some other nameless, unspeakable thing? If so, I wash my hands of it. Because God can rot. I decided to seek a higher power, the power to slay gods.
On the one hand, I definitely feel the sentiment here. On the other, screw you, lady.
Do you realize how many people have died as a result?
They deserve to die because they were weak, and more will follow until I obtain all I desire.
Yeah, a hot take. If your plan to save the world involves mass extinction of anyone you deem weak, you're probably on the wrong side.
This whole mess wasn't enough for you?
If the last summoning had been enough, I wouldn't have had to bring you here.
You're after a more powerful demon. Sheeple's crystal wasn't enough to summon it, so you needed mine instead.
Smart girl. I like that. But your crystal was too clean, too pure. So I made sure you would obtain shards and acclimate yourself to demonic power.
Which, on that thought now, I thought the crystals were demon power, but I guess they're not.
Then Gramarye could possess you after the battle with Jebel had worn you down. If Zangetsu hadn't betrayed me.
Doing the right thing isn't a betrayal.
It's much more fun just to go to the plain old mass extinction route. Cherry picking makes it lame. I mean, you're not wrong. Probably would have been a lot easier, but we're not about that. We're gonna stop the end of the world.
You know what? I never expected to be put in a corner like this. You leave me no choice but to play my final card.
To be fair, it's a pretty strong card, because holy crap.
I will use my crystal and the Libelogaiath to summon Baal, the ultimate demon!
Do you realize what will happen to you?
Do you? You don't. So I'll tell you. There's a reason Jebel survived 10 years ago.
What does he have to do with this?
It was in his blood. An exorcist, like me.
Yeah, well, as I said before, seeing as she's mostly crystal, I don't know how much blood is actually left to protect her, so... oh well.
Our blood suppressed the crystal corruption and effectively spared his life. And now I have surpassed him. I command the crystal through Enochian script.
No demon is too powerful for me to summon, even if I cannot keep it here forever. But the process is slow, because I can see the summoning isn't complete. Do you really think you can stop me before then? Oh yes, I do. You don't understand what power is for. You wield it stupidly, arrogantly, and now you will pay the price.
Yeah. Oh, right. Ah, God.
Riga Storaima!
I forgot there was a fight.
Riga Storaima!
Oh, right. I wanted to try. Okay. Claymore having split damage is doing the job I was hoping it would. Just don't.
Dimension shift!
Nope, nope.
Tisserate!
Damn it. He's going to very quickly start being a massive annoyance.
Riga Storaima!
Okay. Go ahead. Heal that up.
Enjoy!
He's not doing it yet. Oh, God. Supplying armor on my side of hers. He's mine. That's my Silver Knight. He doesn't do much, but he's here for moral support. Oh, God. Bloodsteel. Take some of her blood. Use it to heal myself.
Riga Storaima!
Don't let her catch me with the people's elbow, or she'll send me flying again. Potions. These 3 so far. We have 2 left. So we're doing pretty well. I was saying.
Tisserate!
He also will absorb, damn it, shots collides with. Oh boy. I think we're at the 50% mark now. As best I can tell, about halfway through the fight, her eye starts to glow. What does it mean? I don't know. One left. This is going extremely well. Get a little bit more health and experience. Okay, I was about to say she's not being nearly as aggressive as she was last time, but they're the fireballs. Oh, God.
Dimension shift!
Oh my God. The dragon summon is always a bit of an ass pull. Oh God, oh God. Oh, thank you, Silver Knight.
You leave me no choice. Bale, I summon thee to my side.
Ah. See, all we needed was a little bit more health. 3 more health potions than I actually had on hand. 1. Oh. You're kinda cool. Oh, he's got friends. What the hell is going on? Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Don't let them do that. Don't let them touch. Okay, understood. I hate this. Oh, no, don't do this to me now. Items. This is so finicky. Oh.
Tisserate.
I hate this. Oh, they could have done that at any time. They could have just stopped at any point.
Game over.
Wait, what? Invert. I should have inverted. Damn it. Well. Are we gonna have to do phase 1 again? I'm gonna have to do phase 1 again. Well. What can I do? Can we strength? You know what? Ah! It's my surprise lava indeed. Determination, of course. Come too far. It's a magic circle, a platform you can stand on. It didn't seem like it was. If it sticks around again, I'll try a little harder to land on top of it. I might not have just jumped high enough and I could have clipped through where it was physically located. And now I realize I have to get through this with the potions I had for both fights. But now we have some experience. We have learned.
Tisserate.
Oh boy. Silver Knight, stab her. Stab her in the face. Whoa. What? Also, started stealing that blood early on.
Enjoy.
No. Damn it. Oh my god. Do not get cornered. Do not get cornered.
Bloodstained.
Okay. Getting greedy.
Tisserate.
So getting greedy. I need to not be greedy. I need to let Silver Knight block what shots he will. Interpose himself.
Baskia.
We're at the 50% mark again, so we're doing pretty well. Except for that.
Dimension shift.
Okay. Keep dodging. Stay on the defensive.
This will hurt.
Pop and jump. Pop and jump. Huh. Pop and jump.
Bloodstained!
Pop up that blood.
Rigadoin!
Oh, you're hit.
Fly!
Okay, that seems to be...
Tesrazine! Dimension shift! You leave me
Okay.
no choice. Bail! I summon thee!
Okay, we'll try to jump with the circle this time. We now know... We should probably invert at the second half. Not second half, the one point where it's actually stationary. Let's go ahead and... What if...
Rigastorana! Hello there. Rigastorana!
Okay.
Rigastorana!
No. It is! I just wasn't jumping high enough!
Rigastorana!
Okay. That explains why this is so finicky to avoid. Because you're meant...
Rigastorana!
Oh, so that's what its hitbox is. It's in the middle, not in where I thought it was.
Rigastorana! Rigastorana!
Okay.
Rigastorana! Rigastorana!
No, no, no. Got this.
Rigastorana!
Oh boy. Yeah.
I give you death!
That didn't
Rigastorana!
happen last time.
Rigastorana! Rigastorana!
Okay, okay. Okay.
Rigastorana!
Oh god.
Rigastorana!
Okay. This is fine.
Rigastorana!
It's fine.
Rigastorana!
She's on the red head now. What the hell is that?
Rigastorana!
Game with no pickle, no health items to pick up. This is a little bullshit, I will say.
Rigastorana!
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. No. God.
Rigastorana!
Okay, progress. You know what?
Perish! And so all the weak meet their end.
Unfortunate. Oh god, okay. But we've learned. But we've learned. Bro's doing ninja hand signs. The Jinchuriki. Oh god, oh she really is. Oh. Fight you, Automod, surprise mother. Yes. Oh god. Okay. Okay, I feel... First form is going pretty well. So much so, in fact... We'll go back to the Zanzakuta. Zanzatsuko.
Do you realize what will happen to you?
Also... This is the kind of final boss fight I had expected from Gramarye.
Rigastorama.
I guess Gramarye doesn't get a final boss fight like this. Ooh.
Tisserate.
Oh my god.
Bloodsteel.
Slurp up that slurp juice.
Vaiska.
Damn it.
This will hurt. Fly.
You can't get me. I studied all your moves.
Rigastorama.
Oh, damn it. Except for that one. That one can still get me.
Dimension shift.
Ah.
Fly. This will hurt.
Oh.
Tesrazine.
Oh. Yeah, no.
Dimension shift.
Okay, we're already on the second half of our fight.
Fly.
Okay.
Vaskia.
Oh, God. Dodge. Stay on the defensive. No, Silver Knight. Silver Knight, why didn't you body block it for me? Okay, we can do this. This. Damn it.
Tesrazine. Dimension shift.
Freaking hell. Oh my god. Generally would get there with 2 health potions left, right? Or less? That was bullshit. Delicious, delicious blood. More, more, no more. Oh, God.
Rigadoine.
Damn it. Okay, you can't dodge through those. Good.
Tesrazine.
Damn it. Okay. She can't hit you. Been there before with that. Interesting. Ow. Okay. That's nice, Chris, indeed. So that is the benefit of the Zangetsuto. Zangetsuko. But I feel like... Yeah, she is playing a different game. Also now, I got to see that it's not a palm strike, it's an elbow
So
to the face. Okay, so... You know what? What if... What if... I'm in Castlevania and she's playing Street Fighter. It really does seem that way. Let's see, what can we... You know what? We'll throw dogs at her. Riga Shomaya is great, but she's a small target, so I don't think she's gonna take a lot of damage from that, because she doesn't seem to. Dimensional shift will keep on, because we... No, you know, we don't need dimensional shift if we can crouch down and avoid the big laser. feel like this strat was working great before.
Enjoy.
Take needless damage. Overnight. Fantastic work. Ooh. Damn it. Why aren't my ghosts nearly as that effective? So, Gearman's not so great, so what about... Splash, Gale-Crawler... Hedge Flail, no. That, Simian, Shovel Armor, Water Leopard... You know what? Sure, again. Can you just hit the blue orbs back at her? I think I've tried. I'll definitely try again. Ooh. They can stun lock, which is why I did more for evasion every single time it shows up. Oh god. Shuriken is doing well. Okay, no, I cannot hit them back. They are intangible to my attack. Oh god. But good to know. Good to know it wasn't just me being overly cautious. Okay, but a slam attack sure again. Assuming I hit. Oh no. Oh. Okay, you know what? Just kill me. Just kill me. This one's scuffed. Wait, please. We'll take that from the top. You thought them bouncing me was me hitting them? No, yeah, it just bounces off my face, and if more than one starts hitting me like that, I get stun locked into a flying elbow to the face. It was a good plan. It just he's not gonna let that happen. So what if... Single-handed sword mace. How much more HP would that give me? 1? 1. No, we're not doing that. Dimensional shift, taps Okius, Riga Shomaya. Well, we'll give Riga another shot. Just getting a sense of what feels good in the moment. Damn it! Okay. I really need to get to that second fight with as much health as possible. Damn it. Okay, dodging. I never dodged that much in the open world. So, oh my god. It's good to know the back step is purely a back step. It is not a dodge window. The reposition. It sounds obvious, but had not needed to have tested that much before. Oh my god. Especially not against a smaller target. Oh my god!
Tisserate.
I freaking life out here!
This will hurt.
No! Just die. You know what? Let's not let this blood go to waste. Oh no. Okay. Can confirm. Die. Okay, so can confirm. The holy lasers cannot reach me if I'm crouching. That can, though. Oh boy. Oh, thank you, Silver Knight.
Fail.
Okay.
I summon thee to my side.
So what options do we have here? Tapsokius is gonna be really good. Vika Shomaya is also really good. What can I do other than that? There's not gonna be any blood, so we can't blood steal. Ooh. Okay, so not that.
Repent.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm out of magic. Wait. That, remembering what my spells do probably would have been a thing to do before this happened. And yes, Opius is not the answer, so that is the answer. For certain. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this is going great! Fantastic. Okay. Alright. Bigger hitboxes than it seems. And for the smaller ones.
Perish.
Okay. Okay. This is going well. What if we try and focus as much damage as possible on the Ferg? Maybe we can kill one head at a time.
Repent.
Silver Knight. Fantastic assist. Okay. Okay. That is a hitbox as well. know. Good to know. Okay. Okay, we got this. I'm feeling good.
I give you death!
She's doing hand signs. Oh my god. That's a little bullshit. I will say that much. A little bullshit. Just survive. That'll be fine. Just live.
Repent.
3. Why did they give me 3 this time? Why am I squandering it? Damn it. Okay, watching out for Cathead. Lava is a thing.
You leave me no choice.
What am I supposed to do about that? What am I... Okay. They're all glowing like that, so I don't think they each individually have a health bar. But it's still
Hello there.
kicking my ass. Oh, me. Hitboxes. Damn. We're getting better. I think. I hope. What can we do differently? Maybe the split damage is just plain better. With the Claymore, we're not going to run into the instance of me getting greedy and hitting too often, getting smacked for it, and then dying.
So
Maybe we'll stick with the Claymore the entire time. This
do
time.
you realize what will
Let's do already.
happen to you?
Oh, we do know Dimensional Shift. We don't need to use. What is a good oh crap moment button? Damn it.
Enjoy.
Damn it.
Tisserate.
I hate that stupid laser.
Enjoy.
Dimension shift!
Okay.
Blood steel!
Get as much blood as we can.
Tisserate.
Yeah, fine. Break the spine. This is really something. Oh, fuck. No, no.
Vaista.
Blood steel!
Cover a bit more. We got this, we got this. Nope. Damn it. Okay.
Blood steel!
You know what? That's That's fair. I got grease. I'll give you that one.
Enjoy. Rigastorima.
Welcome back. Just in time for big ass taking of a century.
Bloodsteel!
That hurts the mind apparently.
Bloodsteel!
Disarray.
Maybe Silver Knight's more of a detriment than a
Maskia.
help. Maybe if I have the Dillahan heads instead. The Dillahan heads would also be really good against
Rigadoid.
phase 2.
This will Tesrazai.
Okay. Good to know. What I thought was safety was not. Or maybe I have to be further away. Okay, so we should keep Dimensional Hop on hand. So what can we do? No, because Silver Knight does body block every now and then, which is fantastic. I guess 1 point is 10 more HP, but how much is 10 actually going to do for us? Their attacks are just plain nice, especially with a slow weapon. Dimensional shift, that's fine. We better pump up Dilla Hammerhead. I'm considering it because with all the little guys floating around in phase 2, that would be very nice, but they don't seem to really spread out much. The split damage is very nice, especially since we're only really missing out on a few points of... As the strongest pet in the game, even on high difficulty, you can pass with it. Is Dilla Hammerhead really that good? Like, it was what I used for the longest time until I got the Silver Knight, which, as a massive enjoyer of Silver and Knights, like, I feel beholden to keep him around. He just doesn't seem to be helping as much. Unless I can get him to body block for me. In which case, he is doing a good job there. I just need to get better. I need to get stronger. Faster. Just stop taking free damage. No free damage taking allowed. Damn it. I took free damage.
Bloodsteel! Dimension shift!
Screw you!
Disarray. Vaiska.
Dimension shift!
I got this.
Bloodsteel!
This will hurt.
She waited!
Enjoy.
Dimension shift!
She knew what I was going to do. She studied all my moves. Uh-oh. I think I touched it freaked out. Oh no. Oh, okay, there we go. About to say, like, that actually makes her a lot harder to see.
Enjoy.
No!
Tisserate.
Dimension shift!
No free damage allowed.
Steel!
Oh. Damage. Damage.
Steel!
Vaiska.
We got this.
This will hurt.
We got this. We're already at the 50% mark. She's about to do some stupid shit. Oh, God.
Rigadoin.
There it is. There's some of that stupid shit. Oh, God. Oh, God. She's about to give herself the pass. Oh, no. No, you can never give yourself the pass. Nope, I'm screwing up. Oh, I'm choking. Oh, no. I was doing so well.
Blood steel! Dimension shift!
Damn it. Oh, I was doing so well.
Vaskia.
Nope, too early. That was much too early.
Rigadoin.
Dimension shift!
This will hurt.
Damn it.
Blood steel!
Oh, no.
Blood steel!
Okay. This. Oh, 3 times.
Vaskia.
Twice, and then twice and move. No 3 times. Has to be twice.
Fly.
Blood steel!
Rigadoin.
Damn it. Can't maintain this. Oh, probably increased difficulty is those cat-like. Oh, that like to do achievements. Plus access as add-ons. If you play as another hero, the game because of the game. Ah! Those enter instead of the name of the save. Oh, neat! I'll have to see what that's about. What? This run is definitely not going to be the one, but next time. The next run. You'll go have the next run. Why I won't take super big free damage.
Blood steel! Dimension shift!
Okay. You get better at dodging the
You
Tetrasod.
leave me no choice. Bale, I summon thee to my side.
If that one laser didn't hit me 3 times, would have had 300 more health than we have right now. Oh, right. Guys, Mr. Maya. You know what?
Rigastorama!
Damn it.
Rigastorama!
Hello there.
Ta! Yeah!
Get hits. I was lucky.
Ta! Rigastorama!
Nope.
Rigastorama! Rigastorama!
Okay. I think I see the cycle.
Rigastorama!
Jump behind the head, and you shoot them in the back. So good to know. I'll make good on that strategy next time. But I like what we've got going on. A lot of confidence in that. gonna bother with Blood Drain as most it gives like what 30, 40, 50 health back at this point. And it's not nearly as other than being able to pause in mid-air, it's not so useful. Get a Silver Knight.
Enjoy. Disarray.
Dimension shift! Woo!
Yep.
Vaiska.
Damn it. Too slow.
Woo!
Watch out for the jump.
Woo!
We got this.
Rigastorama.
Free hits in on that. Oh,
Disarray. This will hurt.
like that. Cat on the backswing.
Vaiska.
Yep.
Fly.
Whoa.
Dimension shift!
Yep.
Rigastorama.
Oh, that's the worst. We're doing so well. Oh, I lost my groove.
Rigastorama!
Ah,
Tesrazine.
nope.
Dimension shift!
Wait, she stopped? Turn up the Tetrazyme.
Fly. Vaskia.
Go ahead and
This will hurt. Rigadoi.
don't get hit by the dragon.
Tesrazine.
Dimension shift! Dimension shift!
Damn it.
Fly.
Damn it.
Fly.
Damn it, I was facing the wrong direction.
Vaskia.
Oh, maybe.
Fly.
Okay, this is entirely too much blood to ignore.
Bloodstained!
Of course. I got greedy, and I wanted to have a sip of some blood. And of course, that's when she gets me.
You leave me no choice. Bail, I
Okay.
summon thee to my side.
Good progress. I think. Wait, how many hair potions did I have left? One? I had two, right? We'll see. How many did I had one. Okay, maybe it didn't do nearly as well as I thought we did.
Rigastorama!
Right, but not really yet.
Rigastorama! 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 Rigastorama!
Get greedy, stick to the cycle. Jump too early. Why didn't you teleport?
Rigastorama!
You could have teleported!
Shift! Rigastorana!
Damn it. Teleported. You can always just...
Rigastorana! Dimension shift! Yeah!
No, that still hit.
Rigastorana!
No.
Rigastorana!
Stay away from the face.
Rigastorana!
What do I do? This, there's just no
You
avoiding it.
leave me no choice.
Rigastorana! Rigastorana!
Okay.
Rigastorana! Dimension shift! Rigastorana! Rigastorana!
Okay.
Dimension shift! Rigastorana!
Forget you can just teleport. Never forget you can just teleport.
Rigastorana!
Nope, nope.
Rigastorana! Dimension shift! Rigastorana!
Tisserate.
Rigastorana! Rigastorana! Rigastorana!
Anticlimactic.
Dimension shift!
But if it works, it works.
Rigastorana! Ta! Rigastorana! Rigastorana!
Panel counts
Rigastorana!
as
Rigastorana!
one.
I give you death.
Ah.
Rigastorana! Dimension shift! Rigastorana!
God, I.
Rigastorana!
Okay.
Rigastorana!
God.
Rigastorana!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Tisserate.
It's
Rigastorana!
absolutely bananas.
Rigastorana!
Absolutely overjoyed that there's no health bar to tell you how far you've gone.
Rigastorana! Rigastorana! Dimension shift! Rigastorana! Rigastorana!
And so all the weak meet their end.
Thank you, Chad. I have not given up. I feel like we've seen. Is it just you as the circle you're in getting smaller? It definitely feels that way. It definitely feels that way. But I feel like we have a good rhythm. If anything I would
So
change now would just be going to enhance some shards. Level-wise, I think we've got this well in hand. At the very least, being a massive hero and having even more health items. Okay. Like if we made food, maybe that'll help mitigate the unknowns.
Bloodstained!
Tisserate.
But even then,
Bloodstained!
I don't feel that. I don't feel my lack of healing items is what's holding me back. Level my skill.
Vaiska.
Yeah. Myself topped up
This will hurt.
as much as I can at least. Die dodge. No.
Enjoy.
Not that, not that.
Tisserate.
Get caught. Damn it. Now I got caught. That Warren had her land on me with those bounce. This consistently. The entire run. Like that. Damn it. After defeating the librarian, you can take all the books from this library. Oh, that's neat. I haven't attacked the librarian, but good to know that's an option. Okay, we'll hang on to those last two. Oh, get the Bloodstained achievement, taking in a large quantity of blood. Oh god. Okay, focus. Distracted. Get a pop. No rotation.
Dimension shift.
This will
Rhythm.
Bloodstained.
This will hurt.
Damn it. Okay, you know what? This is not the run. That's not. Ah. The mix of just being at the top of my ability to keep up with her, along with not getting hit by every bounce and every laser. Feel it. Feel the rhythm is there.
It was in his blood.
Let this be
Like
our
me.
greatest dance yet.
Tisserate.
Oh, right, that's not blood drain. That's fine.
Enjoy.
Dimension shift.
Oh, Jesus.
Rigastorima.
3 damage, don't mind if I do.
Dimension shift.
This will hurt.
Rigastorima.
Damn it.
Tisserate.
Blood. Rigastorima.
Oh,
Dimension shift.
I can interrupt. Ah, fuck. Can't tell if I'm interrupting her casting or if she's doing it on her own to cancel out the animation.
Tisrazine.
Damn it.
Dimension shift.
Miss.
Vaskia.
4. Damn it.
Bloodstained. Dimension shift.
Dodge that.
Fly.
used any potions yet. That's really good.
Vaskia!
Okay. I'm expecting that dragon. That dragon always comes out with like what feels like 0 frame input, but nothing 0 frame like that elbow.
Dimension shift! Dimension shift!
Okay. Double teleport to get out of the Tetrazario.
Bloodstained!
You leave me no
Okay.
choice. Bale!
Okay.
I summon thee to my side.
Ah. Okay. Don't forget you can teleport. Teleporting has been a fantastic resource. But you just stop forgetting I have it. That's too early. There we go. Dodge the laser. Don't get shot by homing lasers. Or cat echoes. We're learning where the head hitboxes are.
Dimension shift! Rigastorana!
After this, she's gonna chainsaw. Okay, there's the bubbles.
Rigastorana!
Okay. Kind of bullshit that it stops me there and then makes me take that damage.
Rigastorana! Rigastorana!
Eh,
Rigastorana! Dimension shift! Rigastorana! Dimension shift! Rigastorana! Dimension shift! Rigastorana!
Damn it. Damn it.
Rigastorana! Rigastorana! Dimension shift!
This.
Rigastorana! Dimension shift!
Got this.
Rigastorana! Rigastorana! Dimension shift!
We got this. But just in case.
Rigastorana!
Let's not get silly.
Rigastorana!
Let's not get silly.
Ha!
Stay on target.
Rigastorana! Rigastorana!
Oh no!
Dimension shift!
What the fuck? What am I?
Dimension
You leave me no choice.
shift!
Oh, that's just bullshit.
Rigastorana! 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 Rigastorana!
That
Dimension
is
shift! Rigastorana!
most bullfrog bullshit.
Dimension shift! Rigastorana! Rigastorana!
Okay.
Rigastorana!
Okay, we got this.
Rigastorana! Rigastorana! Dimension shift! Rigastorana! Rigastorana! Rigastorana!
Oh, the frog's dead. Damn it. Heads do die.
Perish! Rigastorana!
no.
Repent.
Rigastorama! Rigastorama! Rigastorama!
Okay.
Rigastorama!
These fireballs stick around a lot longer than I thought.
Dimension shift!
The head's back. Why is the head back? Took only a certain time.
Rigastorama!
Or no, the other demon head's gone now. Oh god damn it. Why?
You leave me no choice.
Okay.
Rigastorama! Rigastorama! Rigastorama!
Okay. Damn frog. That frog so much. No.
Rigastorama!
Hello there.
Rigastorama!
Would absolutely adore it if they stopped forcing the camera to change focus like that.
Rigastorama! Dimension shift! Rigastorama! Rigastorama!
How the heck? What do they want from me? Not celebrating too soon. Your honors. Don't pull out a gun.
Dominique. She could have done so much good, but
I know.
No way, that's the end.
wait. The Liber Logaeth.
Oh god. Say Frosty, like I can't. Gosh. I don't know how much more I've got in me. That's kind of a big fight there.
The book that started it all.
Ah.
What are you going to do with it?
The same thing the Master was trying to do. Before he died, he inscribed Enochian letters onto each of the castle's structural weaknesses.
Ah.
Now, I will use the book to perform a rite here at the heart of the castle.
You hope this guy fights me and I doesn't even give me a chance. He just pulls out a gun and just shoots me in the cutscene. That would be the absolute pinnacle of game design. Just, yes, this harrowing, multi-stage, Street Fighter knockout brawl into demon space. Now here's Johannes with a gun.
The rite will activate the Enochian script and send the castle and demons back from whence they came.
Yes, just do it, man.
So that's what Alfred was trying to accomplish.
It's too bad he was so evil in every one of his interactions with us, or we might have had a conversation.
We need to begin. Stand back, Miriam.
God, he's gonna more about. Point that evil at me. It occurs to me we're still inside the castle. Ooh. Ooh. Very cinematic. Sky sigils. Yes, back into the sky from whence this thing came from. Demonic castle from hell. Oh. Oh, that didn't look good. The textures did not look good there. You feel like it's obvious that you would be the type of villain because the long monologue has a smoke screen to sucker the heroes. It's kind of what I expected, but it didn't really happen.
Yes. You've made the world right again.
Now, are we gonna get a game over because we didn't talk to Bingus and Bongus before killing Dominique?
Not without sacrifice. Jeeble, Alfred, Zongetsu.
Jeeble's fate was already sealed. There was nothing you could have done. And the Master and Zangetsu made their own choices. They fought gladly and proudly for what they believed in. Lives like theirs deserve to be celebrated.
True. And demons still remain in this world. We can grieve later, after finishing the last of them off.
Oh, Sucker Punch. I mean, Sucker the Heroes, Sucker Punch, it's kind of the same thing.
That reminds me. The Master took note of how I was forestalling your corruption and suggested some improvements. I think I might be able to stop the crystal from overtaking you permanently.
Ah. Happy
Really?
ending.
I can't make any promises, but yes, I think.
Well, thank you, Johannes.
Yeah.
You're very welcome. Come on, let's go home.
Ah, my God.
All right.
Did the sun just get evaporated? Okay, no, it was just a cloud cover. Making sure. Oh God, that would have been just the absolute pinnacle. Just like, yes, you've saved the world now. Oh. Well, hell yeah. We did it. Oh God, there's still a lot of stuff I never did. But, you know, that'll be for another time. Zangetsu was David Hayter? So it wasn't just like, I was avoiding saying like, oh, listen to this Solid Snake motherfucker. Because I wasn't sure, and like, I kept forgetting to find out exactly, but no, that is David Hayter. That's Solid Snake. Time to play New Game plus for the super secret ending. One day, I will. 'Cause this is the keys I never found. There's still Benjamin, who's somehow in a wall because he screwed up going home 3 different times. Oh, God. So much of places I could have teleported into, but I just never did because I wanted to see what would happen next. What a good game, though. Even with the bullshit Street Fighter end boss, it wasn't outside of my ability to handle it, just I had to understand what I was looking at. You know, DPS adjust. What a fun game, though. What a fun fight. There's a few things from the first game that didn't show up again that was kind of not disappointing, but I guess I was disappointed I didn't see certain enemies show up again, like the turtle, ice turtle boss, which is probably hidden somewhere. Well, I thought they would have been a mainline boss, like the other ones were. Gremory absolutely folding was not something I expected either. Granted, we were using Zangetsu's sword, so every attack was a critical hit, but even then, it didn't do much to actually be like a final boss type fight. It was hardly even an inconvenience. Not like Dominique, which I'm still super excited that I sniffed out her betrayal from way, way back in the beginning. Oh, and there's the jumpy man. Way Forward. What a good game dev. Game studio. Studio? Yeah, that one. Never did find that last cloth to make a tea dress so we can bury it. Thank you. Welcome. Yeah, game over. It gets to the end of the credits and gives me a big game over because... No, you thought? Nah. It did that before. When we killed Keeble too early. Ever since then. What's the phrase? Once bitten, twice shy? Something like that. Oh, God. I'm just gonna go ahead. So what happens now? No? Yeah. It's counted as clear. So what does that... Oh. Okay. Because I did see while we were fighting, certain things popped up. Oh. Also, I guess that confirms this is in fact not a prequel game like I thought it was. Valak. Glutton Train. Because I thought, like, oh, there's Valak, there's the Glutton Train, there's Bathin, and... like the rest of these bosses that, I guess... are just demons that show up again after a while. Robas, Senketsu, Valafar. Grimory not playing a bigger role than they did is admittedly a little more than just... Oh no, the head is part of the crotch. I thought it was a belt. No, that's just literal horse dong. I'm moving away from that. Oh, the descriptions. You know what? What are these people's descriptions? A sea demon, feared for hailing storms and casting ships into the abyss. Neat. A demon slayer from the far east who crossed the sea in search of revenge. Stained glass imbued with regret and with wrath after being broken time and time again. A demon with stunning peacock-like panoply of feathers. A twin-headed demon drake who rules over the tower. Okay, so it's not two different dragons, it is one dragon with two heads. A demon that fused with the train's engine, causing it to run amok. A demon with the ability to reflect like light. There's a lot of demons with horse parses just glued onto them. A man who was offered to hell, but managed to survive. Miriam's friend. A vampire who can manipulate blood. She bathes thrice a day without fail. Well, not anymore. She's dead. A gray-bearded alchemist who had a hand in the demon summoning ritual. A demon that assumes the form of whatever it intends to kill. Ah, that makes sense. Horrible. A demon who can alter gravity's pull on himself. Half man, half stallion. Oh, that is a horse head, isn't it? That jawbone is most certainly not from horse or man, so I think... Same with those legs. What the hell are they talking about? Oh well. A demon who draws power from coin. His fortune has waned of late. A Oh, he's lost all his coins, so you see his skeleton now. The demons have horse parts, because what's scarier than the horse dong demon? Nothing, and that's a very good point. Nothing scarier than the horse dong demon. Your resistance only makes his pony stronger. Oh no. Demoness of half human, half beast form. She presides over the moon. Well, not anymore. I freed the moon from the demons. So good. Moon was haunted, now it's not. So this is the HG. I mean, you wouldn't know it by the looks of it, because, A fool who believed demonic power allowed her to transcend God. Baal, King of Kings and High Ruler over demonkind. That I got literally nothing from Baal. Nothing from Baal and Dominique. So they just are pure end of the game boss fights, and that's it. Idle stance is very nice. A lot sassier than she was in game, but why is there someone after Baal? Oh God. I'm gonna have to find out who the hell that is. And where. Super secret boss indeed, Chad. Oh, hey. Chad, it's your people. The Chad Wolves. Kind of has your color scheme with the dark jacket, like the dark outer body and the red chest. Huh. Neat. Oh, that's not his tail. I feel like I noticed that before, but I forgot. They're really cool, though. You skipping leg day? Yeah. Yeah. Are dogs and wolves really known for their leg strength? Like, a lot of it is, bite force, right? And what the hell are his hands? Oh, he's got 2 sets of paws. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm gonna stop looking at that. Abyssal Guardian is a really cool design for a dragon. Love the little little spines off the arms and legs. Those are really nice. Got all these. A lot of these demons are like biblical. Or I guess not biblical. I guess they would. Some of them are definitely biblical, like the Buer. I think that's either an angel or a demon. I forget. And there are some of these that are from, like, I think the Book of King Solomon. And then some of them are just, you know, as you would expect. Demon ladies. Bone dragons, which I never got their shards because I didn't farm them. Some cool lady. A loker. Bunch of weirdos. More horses. Flying frog. Bunch of weirdies. Oh god. Ah! Wait. That was a lot of fun. But we are nearing as far as I can go for tonight, as I had surprise cooking plans hoisted on myself, so I need to adjust. But I'm super glad we got to, not finish. I was going to say finish the game, but Ah, depending on what else is left to do, and I'll find out in my own time at some point once I have free time to go reading. Uh, there's definitely more bosses, which I do want to get at. I am definitely not scouring the game for a key that, if I haven't found by now, I don't know where it could be other than the unmapped portions of whatever that tunnel was, which I'm not about to go scouring for like the next 3 hours because, like, oh yeah, you didn't know that you need the armor from a skeletal dragon to access the thing behind the wall. Yeah, well, that's what you got to do. Okay, that's a little more finicky than I want to deal with right now, especially when I need to go cook and things up. So for now, this was a marvelous game. Absolutely love what they did with this. But for now, we're gonna wrap it up right there. This was a lot of fun. Holy crap, that final fight was an ass kicker. But we did it. We made it through. We survived. We defeated all of our greatest enemies. No matter how strong, no matter how deranged, no matter how much they wanted to just be a bunch of jerks and do really cool kickflips and side dashes and all the fun friggin' fiddly things. Oh, yeah, that was so much fun. I'm definitely gonna have to play this again at like a harder difficulty or do like a challenge of some kind. Even if that challenge is just, doing the game again. But, oh, that's right. There was mention that the other alternate modes of play had other characters. So that will definitely be something that'll be really fun to get into. Probably am going to save that for stream, though I might do it a bit later on as... depending on how time goes. I'll see how things work out for that. I'm going to do a little bit of reading just to see how in-depth these are. If these are like each fully realized individual playthroughs, then yeah, we'll definitely do that more on stream. If they're like, this is a nice little half-hour jump through a map, and then it resolves itself, then even then, we'll probably do that on stream. But for now, let's see, no one's really on right now, so we probably won't raid. For now then, thank you for joining me here today. If you like what to do, please follow me here on Twitch, or I was going to plug the Twitter, but a certain man-child is insisting that we all stop calling it Twitter. So, you know what? If you want, while the thing still exists, follow me on Twitter at Levvittome. Better than Twitter though. We have a community Discord. If you like, join us on the Discord. Given how work has been, I personally have been very quiet on the Discord, aside from sharing music, animatics, and other things of that nature that I find bring joy. At some point, I want to do like movie nights, game nights, maybe. At some point, I want to get back to playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel with people as well. But that will be for when it is available and when time allows. For now, though, yeah. Join the Discord. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me here on Twitch. We've got a YouTube VOD archive from all the stuff from before, even the stuff that occasionally gets a little more scuffed than it should be. But we do what we can. We learn as we go, and evolution never stops. So, just like with the hard boss fights, you got it in you. You gotta dig deep, and when they break your bones and set you on fire, you get back up and you say, "Is that all you got?" I didn't hear no bell. Is that all you got? And then you keep going. Other than that, though, until next time, be well, take care, stay hydrated, have some food, be kind to yourselves and others, but take no shit. Until next time, traveler, be well, be well.